Hi, welcome to this week's Midweek Connection. My name is Todd Jordan. I serve as senior pastor here at Strawbridge United Methodist Church. I'm delighted to be with you. I have been in Charlotte, North Carolina for the past couple of weeks at the delayed 2020 General Conference that was held in 2024. I was there as a delegate from our conference and got to be a part of some awesome work. The first thing I'll tell you was worship was wonderful. We had worship every day. It was awesome. And there was a sweet, sweet spirit in this place. We were meeting in a convention center, but it didn't feel like a convention center. At times it felt like a church. And most of the time it felt like a community of faithful people who have a common history, who have a common theology, who have common values and a sense of purpose and calling and making a difference in the world, a common mission in making disciples of Jesus Christ for the transformation of the world, and at the same time, don't always agree on everything. We had some arguments and conversation, but people listened, people spoke, and at the end of the day, we voted. And we voted pretty overwhelmingly on a number of things. And so I wanted to share with you the results of some of the work that we had at General Conference, in case you hadn't heard. The first thing, and I'm excited by all these, by the way, the first thing that we did was we passed all the petitions that were related to regionalization. So what does that mean? It means that the first big step has been taken to establish the United States as its own region. The United States as a region could meet and make decisions and have conversations on U.S.-specific topics that the rest of the world and the rest of the central conferences don't want to or need to be a part of. So it means General Conference in the future could be shorter and a lot less expensive. There are also some other important things that go with it. However, regionalization passing at General Conference is only the first step. The next step is for all that legislation that's required to change the Constitution goes up to every other conference in the denomination for a vote as well. And all those conferences vote, and those votes are tallied, and the aggregate total has to be 2/3 majority for it to pass. So there's still a lot of work to do. It's still a bit of an uphill challenge, but I think it's possible, and I do think that it will eventually pass to create a United States region. So I'm excited about that. Some other important things that were done. There was language removed from our Book of Discipline, language that declared the practice of homosexuality as incompatible with Christian teaching. That is removed. Removal, the ban on ordination and appointment of self-avowed practicing homosexual clergy has been removed. The language that made ordination of self-avowed practicing homosexual clergy and the performance of same-sex weddings chargeable offenses has been removed. And the mandatory minimum penalties for clergy holding same-sex weddings has been removed. In other words, there is no language restricting anyone of the LGBTQ+ community from doing anything regarding marriage or ordination. So I'm very excited about that. It means everyone is welcome, and when we say everyone, we mean everyone. Also, some important things done. We passed a budget, which is important, and significantly, the budget was smaller, more aligned with the number of churches that are left after disaffiliation. So apportionments could go down, and that was a big thing. Our social principles were revised. Church and Society had spent, the General Board of Church and Society had spent years listening to thousands of people give their input on making the social principles a prophetic word, but also more theologically centered and just more concise and better worded. So that's exciting. Also, we had elections. We elected persons to our judicial council, general boards of agencies, that sort of thing. And another significant decision made: ordained deacons now have sacramental authority, which means if you are an ordained deacon in the United Methodist Church, you can serve communion and you can give baptisms as well. So those are some of the more important things or big things that happened at General Conference. But again, I just want to say that we are a church that wants, a denomination that wants to be inclusive of everybody and welcome everybody. So I am proud to be a United Methodist. I hope you're proud to be a United Methodist, and I look forward to continuing the work that we do here at Strawbridge to be the church that we are, that God is calling us to be, to make a difference in the world and be about our mission to make disciples of Jesus Christ for the transformation of the world. Thank you for being a part of it. May God bless you, and I look forward to worshiping with you this Sunday.